The early 1960s were a golden era for American cars, bigger, faster, and more powerful than ever. The big three, Ford, Chrysler, and GM, were locked in a fierce horsepower war with pride and engineering supremacy on the line. Win on Sunday, sell on Monday was the mantra, and Chevrolet was feeling the heat. Despite the 1957 AMA racing ban, everyone found ways to support their favorite teams under the table. Ford had its 427 FE, Chrysler its wedge motors, and Chevy's 409 was good, but not enough. Chevy needed a leap forward, a secret weapon to outpace the competition. Imagine being a Chevy engineer in 1962, told not to race, but also not to lose. The pressure was immense and the stakes were high. Legends like Zora Arkus Duntov were determined to build the next great American V8. Standing still meant falling behind, so Chevy set out to create an engine that would dominate. The mission was clear: even if it was top secret, build something revolutionary. The result would be the mystery motor, a legend born from secrecy and ambition. This engine would become one of the most famous what-if stories in automotive history. Up the racing world, and it would do so in spectacular fashion. The secret to the mystery motor's power? Its revolutionary cylinder heads. Unlike the 409, which had combustion chambers in the block, the Mark II featured canted valve heads. By tilting the valves, Chevy engineers created straighter, less restrictive airflow, like turning a winding road into a superhighway. This allowed the engine to breathe better, rev higher, and make more power. The massive porcupine heads became the blueprint for future big block Chevys. The Mark II's bottom end was built tough, with a forged steel crank and 4-bolt mains. It was a pure racing engine, strong, efficient, and ahead of its time. While it shared some dimensions with the 409, it was a completely new beast. The Mark II was a revolution, not an evolution. Its design principles still influence high-performance Chevys today. This engine was ready to take on the world, and it was about to make its explosive debut. The racing world would never be the same. Daytona 1963. Chevy delivered about 50 Mark II engines to top teams like Smokey Yunick and Junior Johnson. These engines arrived with little documentation. Teams had to figure them out fast. Mechanics worked around the clock to prep for the biggest race of the year. When the Impalas hit the track, they stunned everyone with their speed. Junior Johnson shattered the track record, topping 161 miles per hour. Johnny Rutherford, driving for Smokey Yunick, won a qualifying race. The competition was left scrambling, trying to peek under Chevy hoods. The press dubbed it the mystery motor, and the name stuck. The engine's dominance was undeniable. Chevys were fastest on the straights. Johnson led much of the race, with Rutherford also running up front. It looked like Chevy's secret weapon would deliver total victory. The mystery motor was the talk of Daytona. The racing world was in awe. Chevy's gamble had paid off. At least for now, but the story was far from over. The mystery motor's speed sent shockwaves through Ford and Chrysler. Their engineers realized Chevy had leapfrogged them with a radical new design. The canted valve heads were years ahead of the competition. But the debut wasn't flawless. These engines were new and untested. Durability issues surfaced during the grueling 500-mile race. Johnson's run ended with a failed distributor rotor, not engine failure. Despite setbacks, the mystery motor proved its potential. Chevy didn't win, but everyone was talking about their new engine. The future looked bright. Chevy seemed poised to dominate. The competition was worried, and the legend was growing. But just as a new era was dawning, everything changed. The mystery motor's reign would be cut short, and not by anything on the track. Just as Daytona, a legend was lost before it could reach its full potential. The racing world was left stunned. With the ban in place, the mystery motor became an instant rarity. Only about 50 engines were built, making them legendary today. Teams tried to keep racing, but without parts it was hopeless. Some engines were scrapped, others scavenged for parts. A few mechanics tried to make replacements, but the heads were too complex. By mid-1963, the mystery motor had vanished from the track. Surviving engines became the holy grail for collectors. Occasionally a set of heads or a complete engine would surface, fueling the legend. The few that remain are priceless artifacts. They're not just metal, they're monuments to a lost era. The mystery motor's brief, brilliant life only added to its mystique. It disappeared as quickly as it arrived, leaving behind a legend. For decades, the mystery motor's true power was the stuff of legend. In 2010, Hendrick Motorsports got hold of a surviving engine and put it on a modern dyno. This was the same engine raced by Johnny Rutherford in 1963. Restored with period-correct parts, it was tested for the first time in nearly 50 years. The result? Over 620 horsepower, astonishing for its era. The canted valve design proved to be decades ahead of its time. The test confirmed the engine's reputation. It was a true powerhouse. Its architecture laid the groundwork for the legendary Mark IV big block. The 2010 dyno test proved the myths were real. The mystery motor's genius was finally measured and validated. The mystery motor's greatest legacy is the engine it inspired. The Mark IV big block with its canted valve heads became a Chevy icon. Lessons from the Mark II shaped Chevy's performance dominance for decades. The what if looms large. If GM hadn't banned racing, Chevy might have ruled NASCAR. The mystery motor was so advanced it could have rewritten racing history. Imagine a world where it battled Hemis and Boss 429S in the muscle car wars. The arms race in engine design would have accelerated. The mystery motor was a turning point. Its cancellation changed everything. Its DNA lives on in every big block Chevy. The legend endures, fueled by what might have been. The mystery motor fascinates us because it's more than an engine. It's a story of innovation, secrecy, and lost potential. It represents a moment when American car companies pushed the limits of performance. The engine never got old or beaten, it vanished at its peak. Its sudden disappearance left a void filled with what-ifs. The mystery motor is the missing link between Chevy's 409 and the legendary 427 big block. It's a testament to the ingenuity of engineers working in secret. Sometimes the greatest innovations happen behind closed doors. The mystery motor blazed across the sky, then vanished, leaving everyone in awe. Its story is as powerful as the engine itself, and that's why it remains one of Detroit's greatest legends.